Chili. Come on up, Chili. Chili Letter, he was voted captain by his teammates.
Yeah.
He has a Scholar Athlete Award, and he also gets most improved because we couldn't decide between you and Luke who was most improved because you were improved in different ways. So I do have the privilege of coaching my own son and creating memories together, which I thank this school that it works, seems to work. And it was really special to have a few proud papa moments when he's doing something out on the court, and I get to have a proud papa moment a little closer to the court than the folks in the stands. But one of the things that Chili is turning into, he's got the heart for it. It's harder to play basketball when you're short, so we do need some tall folks coming up. But he's quick.
Yep.
He's good with the ball handling. His basketball IQ is probably best on the team. Doesn't mean that he's mistake-free. Don't get your head too big. But offense has always been a work in progress because, especially when you're small, it's just a lot farther away from the rim. By the end of the season, what Chili really worked on throughout the season was his offense, to the point where he was becoming more and more of a scoring threat. Second to last game, he had a season high of 10 points. So if that continues, then next year when he's scoring 8 to 15 points per game, we need those points replaced with the points that we're losing from Ethan graduating. So becoming an offensive threat, that's why you got most improved related to that. The second thing that I want to mention is the team does better when Chili is inbounding the ball. It's one of the things that we realized. We were having trouble with CCS's press break, and it's one of really the only bad loss that we had all season, where we just couldn't handle their press break in the first quarter and they kind of blew us out. It also happened to be right when we came back from Christmas break with not any practices. So next year I'm going to try to schedule the easiest team right when we come back from Christmas break. But back to the story. So we worked on press break a little bit, but one of the main things that we did was we have to stay organized. So the only person who can inbound the ball to start off basically the first quarter is Chili, because that puts everybody else where they're supposed to be. And so that was just his role. He'd bring the ball in and then we'd reverse it. And when we saw these teams that we were having troubles with the press break, we went 3 full games with having 0 turnovers against a press. 3 full games in a row, 0 turnovers. And it was because he was bringing it in. He was keeping people organized. He was getting them where they needed to be.
Awesome. Wow.
And that's really, really important. I don't think that you were voted captain by your peers just for your shooting, for sure, but for your leadership, court general, and also for his service. I will point out that there are many a weekend when he's like, Dad, I got to go up to school. I got to put another load of jerseys in and we got to hang them up. So. And that's nothing slouch against Ethan, okay? Ethan lives in Moscow. It doesn't make any sense for him to drive over to Pullman and knock on my door and say, Mr. Gleason, can I please take you to the school with me? So it makes a lot more sense for us to just go up. He was doing it before and after church classes, after church, coming up on Sundays. Anna was also, I want to thank Anna for that too. I should have said that earlier. Because the captains do a lot of work. It's not just the glory position. They do a lot of service, making sure that everything's taken care of. So really proud of you, bud.
Yeah.
Love making these memories together.
Amen.